y'all, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this Easter bunny wreath using these little grapevine looking wreaths from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to show you how to bend them to make the little ears and make the bunny form. So hang on and I will show you how to do it. What you're going to need is these little grapevine wreaths from the Dollar Tree. You're going to need 3 of the 12-inch ones. And then you're going to need 1 of the 12-inch ones. Okay, because the 12-inch is going to be the body. The smaller one is going to be the head. Now you need to make the ears. Now this is a process. Okay, this is probably going to take a day or so to do. But what you need to do is take 2 of the smaller ones. And I used this big stock pot. And I filled it halfway with water. A lot of it was boiled away. I filled it halfway with water. And then I brought the water to a boil and then turned the heat off. And then I put 2 of the smaller wreaths in here and I let them sit for about 2 hours. And that softened them up a little bit. And then what you're going to do is, that's why I have a towel down here because it's going to get messy, is just take your wreath out. And it's just a little bit flexible. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And then I have this piece of rope that is left over from my jump rope tutorial where I made the carrots, where I was painting the carrots. I don't know if y'all saw that. If you didn't see it, I'll put a link up here so that you can see that. But you want to start forming these wreaths into your bunny ears. And this is a slow process because if you try to put too much pressure on these, they're going to snap. So I took this rope and I tied it to the wreath. You just want to squish it a little bit, just like that. Just a little bit. And then just tie a knot. You can use wire, you can use, whatever you want to try to get them into shape. Don't worry about these little scraggly things because we can fix those later. Okay, now that you've got those tied into that shape, you want to put them back in the water. The water doesn't have to be hot at this point. Just put it back into the water and let them soak for a few more hours. I'm going to say another 3 hours, okay? Take them out, untie your rope, and then just tighten it up a little bit more, okay? Each time that you put them in the water and then take them out, you just want to tighten your rope a little bit more until you get them into the ear shape that we're going for. And the entire process really takes about a good day to a day and a half. 2 days if your wreaths are thicker than these. These are fairly thin and they bend really easily. But like I said, you don't want to do it all at one time or you're going to break them. So now that I've got these tied, I'm going to put them back in the water. I'm going to let them sit for several more hours. And I'm just going to keep tightening my rope until I get them into the shape that I want. And when I'm done with that, I'll come back and I'll show you what to do next. Alrighty, so what we have now is, I'm going to trim this off here in a minute. What we have here is, this is what one of the ears will look like. Now this was about a day and a half of soaking, and then every 2 or 3 hours I would untie the rope and just tighten it up just a little bit more and squish it. Now, yeah, you can skip like that soaking phase if your wreath form will allow it. You can just kind of crush it like into a rabbit ear shape, but then you risk breaking these up here at this point or breaking it down at the bottom. You really is just damaging your wreath form. So that's why I suggest please take your time with this. Go slow. And the soaking method works the best that I think. So after this was soaked and I tightened it up, I let it dry for a full day. And it feels dry to me. Now keep in mind that your final ear, oh my gosh, this is going to be so hard to untie. I tied that last one just a little too tightly. Now, as you can see, this is probably going to relax its shape just a little bit. It won't be as pointy. It's going to come out just a little bit, and that's okay. As you can see right here, yeah, I put some force behind my rope and tightened it up. I kind of scuffed my wreaths, but you know what? That's okay because we're going to be decorating it here in a little bit, and then you can just hot glue some flowers right there, or some ribbon, or whatever you want. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the wreath form that we're going to use for the head of our bunny and the one for the body of our bunny, and we're going to attach them to each other. And to do that, I'm going to use these zip ties that I got at the Dollar Tree. Now you can use floral wire for this. It just, I don't know, I've tried floral wire like this before on projects kind of similar to this. And to get them tight enough, you know, to where they will hold everything in shape. I just don't like it, because, you know, most floral wire is like really, really thin. I prefer the zip ties. You use whatever you want to use to hold yours together. So we're just going to get everything into position here. And then take your zip tie and just fasten the two together. Just get everything in place, tighten it up a little bit more, get it into place, tighten up a little bit more. And of course I would have lotion on my hands. Tighten it up. Okay. That's not going to come off. That is really, really sturdy. So now I'm going to trim the end of it off. And now we're going to attach the ears in the exact same manner. See, golly, I wish I had a wider angle for this so y'all could see. Just put the ears wherever you want on the head and zip tie them into place, just like we did the head to the body. So I'm thinking that looks okay. I like how big these look. Got the big old bunny ears here. Now on the ears, because they might be at a slight angle, yeah, I didn't tighten that one up at the correct position. Yes, I screwed up. We're going to try her again. There we go. Because this one here is just slightly warped, just a little bit. So I'm going to have to put some pressure with this hand and hold it down. Oh my goodness, Amber. There we go. I'm not going to tighten that up all the way until I can see about where I have my other ear here. That way I still have some room to kind of like slide it around if I want. And I think that looks okay right there. I mean, this is a grapevine, y'all. It's not going to be perfect. So don't worry if yours isn't absolutely symmetrical, absolutely perfect. How many absolutely perfect little bunny rabbits do you see hopping around out there? Their little ears are all lopsided. Alright, tighten that up. And there is our bunny rabbit. So I'm going to trim this off. There we go. See? There's your bunny head. This is rather large. This is our bunny head with the ears. And then here's the body down here. Alright, I'm going to pause the video again. And I'm going to go get some stuff to decorate our bunny with. I will be right back. Okay, so I have got right beside of me a ton of artificial flowers and all this grass. I'm like, why did I buy so much of this artificial grass? There's like grass all over my house. And had I been alive in the 60s, that would have been very popular. But anyway, we're going to take this wired ribbon right here and we're going to tie it into a bow. And we're going to put it right here on our little bunny rabbit's neck. I'll show you how I make mine. It's really simple. All right, let's get Mr. Bunny out of the way here. This thing is kind of big. So the way that I make a bow with wired ribbon is, first off, let's determine about how wide we want it. And I think that that looks okay. So that's about how wide you want your bow. So bend the ribbon right there. That's going to be the width, okay? I'll just take the ribbon, if I can get some off the spool here, and I'll just start folding it over on itself. See, here is the end. Just going to fold it over here. There's a little piece of wire sticking out. That's what was catching. Gotta be careful with that too. Stick yourself in the finger. So take the end of your ribbon and fold it just like this. Just loop it over. Again, basically you're just making a big loop, and I have found that 6 loops, like 6 folds, makes a really nice fluffy ribbon, and I do have a separate video showing you how to do this. I'll link to that down below. So just loop your ribbon over again, and again. And again, okay, how many is that? I wasn't even counting. I'm looking at these flowers over here trying to decide which ones to use, and I'm not even counting. Okay. 1, 2. Yeah, definitely need to do some more. I know this is boring watching me fold ribbon. I'm sorry, y'all. But I've had a lot of people asking me how to make an easy bow, and this is the easiest way that I know how. Is that good? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it again. And I'm going to do it one more time just for good measure. We'll save that little scrap for later. Okay, so now here is all of the loops that you have for your bow. Now you want to kind of determine where the center of this is. So I'm just going to fold this up a little bit. And that right there looks to be the center. So at the center of your bow, you're going to take your scissors and cut a notch in it, kind of angled upward, okay? Don't cut like straight into your ribbon, because then you run the risk of just cutting all the way through it. Believe me, I've done that before. See, I've kind of cut that at an angle. Okay, now let's turn it over and cut another notch. These are the dullest scissors. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. Just like that. Now we have those 2 notches. You see the center of your ribbon here? You can use a piece of floral wire if you want to, or you can use a pipe cleaner. Just bend the pipe cleaner in half and wrap it around your bow, making sure to get like in that little notch there. Okay. Now pull that tight and just twist it just like that. Okay. Now that's holding all of your loops together in the center. And now to make your bow, you just bring your loops around. I don't know how well y'all can see that. These little notches here, just pull your loop, just bring it through that little notch like that, and that makes the loops. Now this takes a few minutes, you know, because you just need to fan all of your loops out and then go back by hand and just fluff them up, fluff up each of the little loops here until you're happy with how it looks. So I'm going to do that and pause the video once again, work on my bow, and then we'll come back and we'll decorate Mr. Bunny here. Okay, so my bow is not perfect right yet. It probably never will be, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on my bunny to, oh my gosh, I got these flowers everywhere. So just go ahead and get it in place. And I know there's people out there saying, well, why don't you just use a bow dabra? You know what? I do have a bow dabra, and I love it. But a lot of people out there that are just getting into making this, you know, wreaths and such, they don't have all of these gadgets and everything that I have. I have, I think, every crafting gadget known to man in my closet in there. Not everybody has one. So I try to show people how to do things with what they have on hand, with what they have at home, just so that they can see if this is a hobby that they would like to get into without going out and spending a ton of money. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but toot toot, I think that's one of the reasons why maybe my channel has grown as fast as it has, because I get so many messages from people telling me, you know, thank you for simplifying things. Thank you for trying to do it, you know, as cheaply as possible without me having to go out and buy all this stuff. You know, that's what I try to do for people. And I hope I've somewhat succeeded in that. But here's my bow. We'll fix it later, make it look nicer. So it takes me a good 10 to 15 minutes to get my bows to where I really, really like them, you know. They're temperamental. Okay, now I've got that somewhat fluffied up. Fluffied? Is that a word? It's a word now. I just made it a word. So I'm not 100% sure how I want to go about decorating the rest of this. Whoa! I just knocked it on the floor. I think I'm just going to take some of these flowers. Of course, you want to cover up these zip ties up here, and that's what I'm planning on doing. Maybe with like these pink flowers. Just pull them off the stem and just glue them in place. I'm not going to glue anything right now. I like to place everything first, you know, before I go the route of gluing, just in case I screw something up. I might put one there. I don't know yet. I'm just putting everything. Aw. My bunny loves flowers. Okay. I might do that. I don't know. I got so many over here. And then all of this grass here, I don't know, like if I wanted to put some on the side and maybe put some more flowers around him, you know, to make it look like he's sitting in the grass. But I might do that. So once again, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to work on this. And anything that I attach, I'm just using a hot glue gun. That's all I'm doing. So let your imagination run wild as to how to decorate yours. So I'm just going to start trimming off some of these stalks of grass. And I'll place them and glue them and see what I come up with. I will see y'all back here in a minute. Okay, so what I'm doing here is, yeah, I got the grass put on there. And now I wanted to add some Easter eggs. And I got these sparkly foam Easter eggs at the Dollar Tree. And all I did was I just punched a hole in the back of it with an ink pen. I put some hot glue in it. And then I stuck a pipe cleaner. I folded the pipe cleaner in half and then stuck it down inside of that egg and then let that harden up. And what I'm doing is I'm just tying it on to the wreath here at the bottom of the bunny. I thought maybe, you know, kind of make him look like he's sitting in the grass with some eggs around him. Right, let's see, scooch these around just a little bit more, or I'll put on some more eggs. I have some more over here. And then I'm just going to take the remainder of my flowers here, and I'm just going to fill in this space with a few of the flowers. So, let's see, like I've got some white ones here that I think will be cute. Should I cut them? No, I can just pull these off. And like I said, all I'm doing is just putting a bit of hot glue on there, and then just sticking them down into the wreath, just to hold them in place. Just like that. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to put some more flowers on here, try to get everything into place, and then he will be done. So I hope y'all enjoyed my little bunny here. If you would, please give me a thumbs up, click subscribe, check me out on other forms of social media. The links to all of those will be in the description box down below, and I hope to see y'all next time. Bye-bye.